Okay, well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Click Right Math online math lesson, where every student get to learn. It's the most interactive math lessons on mathematics lessons online, where every student get a chance to participate and learn by God's grace. So what we are doing this evening, we are continuing area of a circle. So what I'm going to do first, I'm just going to recap and then I'm going to go into the homework. All right. So the class is recorded. So the recording would be sent to you at the end. All right. So what we looked at last day, what we looked at was what we said was um this distance around the circle, the distance around the circle, what is this called again? The distance around a circle.
So the circumference.
Thank you, Kiara. It's the circumference. Now, circumference have the formula C equals to 2 pi r. You have to learn this. So C is equal to 2 pi r, where pi, CXC is going to give you the value for pi. It's 3, but they will tell you either, well, in question two, it is 3.14. So let's put that. So here pi is equal to 3.14. All right. We also looked at area of a circle. And I saw some people getting a little some problems. Now, area of a circle is equal to pi r squared. So A is equal to pi r squared. And we're going to talk about that shortly because some people had some errors with respect to this and the homework. So let's go. I'm not dealing with the area yet. Now, what I do to remember my formulas, I write it every time I do a question. So every time I do a question, I write what the formula is. And I remember the formula after a while, it just comes naturally. All right. Okay. So they said calculate the radius of the circle with circumference 62.8. Take pi as 3.14. So we have here, we are making r the subject of the formula. So I'm just going to put r in bracket because we're making r the subject of the formula. So to make r the subject of the formula, I have to divide throughout by, I
2
have to,
pi.
I have to divide throughout by 2 pi. So what is going to happen here? The 2 into 2, 1, 2 into 2, 1. Pi into pi 1, pi into pi 1. Leaving me with r. So remember equal sign under equal sign. R is equal to C over 2 pi. All right, therefore I could write R is equal to C over 2 pi. They told us what C was. They told us what C was. C is equal to 62.8. And they gave us what pi is. Pi is equal to 3.14. So you're just substituting C divided by 2 times 3.14. Sorry, remove the C. And you're going to put 62.8. I did these things already. Let me just look for my paper with my answers. But you would have had your answers there as well. Hold on. All right, so I just went for my calculator instead. So 62.8 divided by open bracket 2 times 3.14, close bracket. The answer is what?
10.
The answer is 10 centimeters. Any questions? Any questions? Anybody not sure what I did? The question asks to find for, that's me. The question asks us to find for R. So I had to transpose the formula, make an R the subject of the formula. Any questions? Anybody?
No, sir.
No, sir.
All right, so everybody okay. All right, just give me a second here. All right. All right, so now question 2. Question 3. Question 3 says calculate the circumference and the area. So we work in 2 things now. Calculate the circumference and the area. Given that the radius is 9.15, state your answers correct to 1 decimal, please. All right, state your answers correct to 1 decimal, please. So let's look at it. So let's work the circumference. So we write in for number 3, we're gonna write our formula. I'm gonna write the formula. So C is equal to 2 pi r. Every time you do it, write the formula. And you will learn the formula by heart just by writing it over and over again. So R is equal to 9.5 centimeters. They gave us what pi is. Pi is equal to 3.142. So they want us to find C equal sign under equal sign. So that's 2 times pi, which is 3.142 times, yes, so let's move these across. All right, R is 9.5. So let's work that out. 2 times 3.142 times 9.5. Now, on my calculator, I'm getting 59.698. But they want the answer to 1 decimal point. So I'm going to put 1 dp. They want the answer to 1 decimal point. So what I have to do, I have to look at, so my answer will be 59 point and 1 decimal place. So what I have to do, I have to look at the second decimal place. This is the third. The 8 is the third. If the number is 5 or more, I have to add 1. So here I'm going to add 1 plus 1 to the 6. So my answer is 59.7 centimeters. All right? My answer is equal to the circumference is 59.7 centimeters. Any questions? Any
No,
questions?
sir.
All right, so part B, they ask us the radius. They ask us for the area. Area of a circle is equal to pi r squared. We already know what pi is. And we know what r is. Now, that means it's 9.5 multiplied by 9.5. All right, so I know some people had some strange answers because they didn't square this thing properly. So it's 9.5 squared. My answer on my calculator is 283.5655. But remember, I want the answer to 1 dp. So it's 1 decimal place. So this is the whole number part. And I only want 1 decimal place here, 1. So I have to look at the second number, the second decimal place, which is 6. If it's 5 or more, I have to add 1. So this now is 283.6 centimeters. That's the area, and it's centimeters squared. Once you are finding the area, you must give your answer in square. Your answer is centimeters squared. All right? Correct, Kiara? Any questions? Any problems with the decimal place? Anybody had
No,
trouble with this?
nah.
All right. Stacia, you had problems with the homework. Stacia, I didn't see you sending any homework to me. The homework must be sent to me, please. Stacia?
So I didn't know.
All right, so you have to start doing the homework. And you have to start sending it to me. All right. All right, so let's look at question 4. Calculate this well, let's jump to question. All right, let's quickly do question 4. So calculate the circumference and the area of a silver coin with diameter 4, but they want the answer to 3 significant figures. So in question 4, you could write You could write D. If the diameter is equal to 4, and this question goes to Destiny. Destiny, are you there? Destiny.
So I didn't do that answer.
Right, so I'm asking you a question. If in question 4, if the diameter, Destiny, is 4 centimeter, what is the radius?
The radius.
Now, last class, I told you that if you have a circle, right, the diameter goes through the center of the circle. So this is my center, right? So from any point on the circumference passing through the center, this is my diameter. But I didn't say what the radius, yes, I did, but I want to talk a little about the radius. The radius was, can somebody, well, let me ask. Garcia, what is the radius in comparison to the diameter? Garcia,
So can you repeat?
what is the radius compared to the diameter? Because we have the diameter, they gave us the diameter to be 4 centimeters. So the radius compared to the diameter is,
I'm not even sure. And
you're
this
not
still
sure?
be 4? And it will still be 4?
No,
It
that
won't.
means the radius and the diameter are the same, and they're not the same. Jada, Jagroup. How do you compare the radius, Jada, to the diameter? Jada, huh? Sorry? You don't know? All right, let me ask that boy. Kishon, the diameter is 4 centimeters. I want to compare the diameter with the radius. When you're comparing radius and diameter, Kishon, hi, good day, Michael. Kishon, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Right. Tell me something about the radius with respect to the diameter, Kishon.
I think so I really don't know.
All right, so the whole distance from one point of the circumference to the next is the circumference. What we want to do is find the radius. The radius is half the diameter. What did I say? Kishon? What did I say, Kishon?
The radius is half the diameter.
The radius is half of the diameter. Okay, Kevon? Kevon.
Yes,
Kevon,
okay.
you heard what I said about the radius?
Yes, half the diameter.
Half the diameter. So if the radius is half of the diameter, let's hear this question. If the radius is half of the diameter, and this question goes to Jacob. Jacob, are you there? Jacob.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Jacob, keep your mic open. If the radius is half of the diameter, how many radius, or well, it's radii, how many radii would I need to make one diameter?
So I really don't know.
Now, this one is easy. All you have
2.
to do is think about this one now. Naomi
So
Joseph,
you need 2.
you need 2. Thank you, Michael. You need 2. The radius, if the radius is half of the diameter, then I need 2. This is a little common sense now. All right, you need 2 people. Because so this is another radii. Right? So you have a radius, another radius. So here, let me use another color. So this is R. Okay. So let me ask that question again. Jelia, how many radii do I need to make 1 diameter?
2.
We need 2. We need 2 to make 1 diameter. So radius plus radius gives a whole diameter. Naomi Joseph, do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Vion, do you understand that? Vion,
Yes, I do.
you mean yes, sir? All right, so if the diameter, Tyrese, if the diameter in question 4 is 2, how much is the radius? If the diameter is equal to 4 centimeter, Tyrese, how much is the radius? Tyrese.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm asking the question.
Say yeah, man.
No, I didn't hear the answer you gave me.
I said 2.
Right. That's correct. If the diameter is 4, then the radius must be half of 4. Everybody okay with that?
Yes, sir.
Anybody
Yes, sir.
lost? Want me to go it over? All right. So everybody understood that. So now I'm going to put R is equal to 2 centimeters. Right? Calculate your answers to 3 significance figures. So what they asked me for is I need to work out circumference. I'm writing my formula again, 2 pi r. Did they tell us what pi is? They tell us pi is equal to,
3.14.
3.14.
3.1.
so 2 times 3.14 times 2. Tyrese, give me an answer. Tyrese, give me an answer. What is
12.6.
12 point?
6.
Right, so my calculator gave me 12.56, but I need the answer to 3 decimal places. So this is the first, this is the second, this is the third, this is the fourth. Since I want my answer to 3 decimal places, 3 significant figures. Let me erase this. 3 significant figures. In significant figures, all the numbers are important, even the whole number part. So this is 1.12 point So you're looking at I want one more. So there's one significant, two significant. I need one more. So I look at the fourth, it's 6, so I have to add 1 to the 5 plus 1. So this is now 12.6 centimeters. Now the area. Let's look at the area. So I'm going to ask Jenny. Jenny, you there? Once I call your name, just open your mic. Jenny. 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 People, you all have to try and stay in the class, not move about, because I'll be calling you from time to time and I'll know when you're not around. Kishon, open your mic.
Yes, sir.
Right, so Kishon, tell me what is the formula for area?
Area is equal to
What is the formula
pi
for area of a circle?
R2
Sorry, say it again.
pi R2
Pi r, what's that? What's 2?
pi R squared.
Pi r squared. The formula is pi r squared. Thank you. So let me write area is equal to pi r squared. Did they tell us what pi is? Yes, they told us that pi in question 4 is 3.14. And the radius, how much is the radius, Kishon? Question 4, how much is the radius?
The radius is 12 points.
No,
Two.
watch question 4 again.
Two.
Where you get the 2 from?
The radius.
I like that one. I think where you get it 2 from, people you tell me the radius. Did they give us the radius in question 4? Watch at it carefully. Did they give us the radius?
No.
No. So how did you get the radius?
By
Come on, you could do
finding
it.
the circumference.
By what?
No. By finding the circumference and the diameter.
No. What did they give us so that we could have calculated the radius?
The height and diameter.
So how you found the radius is 2 from that information?
By calculating the diameter and circumference to get the radius.
You're almost there, you know. But you see how I know when you miss something? Naomi Joseph. Naomi, open your mic. Listen carefully.
Okay.
Now, Naomi, Kishon said the correct thing. He did say that area of a circle is pi r squared. We saw that pi is equal to 3.14. What is r equal to, Naomi?
Half of a diameter,
Which is
2,
2. And the diameter was what?
4.
And half of 4 is 2. You hear that, Kishon?
Yes, sir.
So the diameter is equal to 4 centimeters. So the radius will be 4 divided by 2, because the radius is half of the diameter, which is 2. All right? You understand that? Keshawn? Keshawn.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
it's
sir.
2. The radius is 2. So it's 2 squared, which is 4 times 3.14. How much is that? Who I didn't call for the evening. Stacy, how much is that? 3.14 by 2 squared. How much is that? Stacy. Stacy, are you there?
Yes, sir, I hear.
All right. I don't want to be talking like a man, man.
12.56.
12 point.
56.
All right. Well, that you remember you have to. All right. So 12.56, correct. But we want the answer to 3 decimal places, 3 significant figures. So what would be your answer? What would be your answer?
12.5
How much?
or 12.6.
It would now be 12.6. 12.6 centimeters. Everybody understands that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So
Yes,
it's
sir.
12.6. All right. The answer is 12.6. All right. Our last question on the homework. Determine the radius of a disk of area 38.5. And everybody write this down. Is there anybody still writing? Or I could erase?
So you can read it, sir.
All right. Thank you. Antonio. All right. So let's go. So question 5. Question 5. In question 5, they ask us to find the area of a circle.
If you get fresh product tomorrow.
They ask us to find the area of a circle. Now, area of a circle is equal to pi r squared. They ask us now, use pi as 22/7. Very interesting. Now, we have to transpose this formula because we want to find r. We want to make everything equal to r. So I'm going to ask somebody, what is the first thing I must do? Deandra, I'm making r the subject of the formula. What's the first thing should I do? Deandra, I want to make r the subject of the formula. What is the first thing I should do, Deandra? Deandra, people, I don't understand because I am going to call you at some point in time. Right? I am going to call you, right? That's why this class is the most interactive. Deshaun, Deshaun, you there? Vion, open your mic. Vion. 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 All right, Sienna. Sienna,
Yes, sir.
Right. So tell the class what to do. I want to make R the subject of the formula. So what's the first thing I do?
So I'm not really too sure how to explain that.
Yeah, man, you could do it. What would I get rid of first? What is next to the R?
Oh, the pi, so that would be 3.14.
Yes, but I have to make R the subject of the formula. So what do I do first? We did this before. It's A equal to pi times R. So what should I do? How do I find for R or make R the subject of the formula? Come on, people.
Anybody could answer.
Antonio, well, I want to call different persons that, well, I know Kiara, you know for sure. Antonio, what's the first thing I do?
So you divide through pi.
Divide by pi throughout. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Antonio. So I'm going to write it again. And I'm going to divide by pi. Sienna?
Yes,
Sienna.
sir.
So what am I dividing by first?
Pi into pi.
I'm dividing throughout by pi. Why am I dividing by pi first, Sienna? Why am I dividing by pi first? Why am I dividing by pi first? Sienna? Kyla, why am I dividing by pi first? Kyla?
Hi, sir. I'm here. You can repeat, please?
Why am I dividing by pi first? I want to find for R. Why am I dividing by pi first?
You're dividing to the 8.5?
No, I want to find for R. People, if you're not paying
Yes, sir,
attention,
that's all.
well, you can leave so I could focus on the people who are paying attention. I don't want to take people money just for style. You all have to pay attention. You have to focus in on this thing. Nothing else should affect you. So, Salome, why are we dividing throughout by pi?
Because we need to isolate R squared.
We need to isolate.
R squared.
Right. And she's right. She's using a big word. She meant that I want to leave R squared by itself. And since pi is close by, I have to remove it because I want to isolate. I want R squared by itself because I'm finding for R. Is that a good answer? Where is Sienna? What do you think of that answer, Sienna?
Can you repeat, sir?
What do you think about that answer? She was saying that because we are finding for R, so the first thing we want to have R squared by itself. What do you think about that?
Correct, sir.
That's correct. That's correct. So I'm going to count because R pi into pi 1, pi into pi 1. So I'm left with R squared. A over pi is equal to r squared. Now, obviously, my last question is to find for pi. So let's ask, is there anybody I didn't talk? Kylon, how are we going to find for r? That's the last part, Kylon. What do I do?
All right, so I gotta be completely honest with you. I still trying to understand it. So I don't think I can get the answer now.
No, man. We are finding for r. We have r squared equal to a over pi. So I want Kylon. Ezekiel, what should I do? Ezekiel.
So can you repeat it, please?
What should I do? But I'm saying the same thing. We are finding for
Square root.
we are finding for r. Come on. A is equal to pi r squared.
square
And I
root.
want to find for r. People, I'm asking you all something that we did
So
change
he
in the
says square root,
subject of the
sir.
formula. So I'm asking, how do I find for r? Since it has r squared, what do I do to get rid of, what do I do to get rid of this?
The square root, sir.
I square root, thank you, man. That's easy. I square root. Now, if I square root this part, it becomes r. And I have to leave the square root here. Thank you. Therefore, you have to put that sign. Therefore, r is equal to the square root a over pi. I did this last day. Because I know I would have to come back to this. This topic requires you paying attention. All right, so we have, I want the answers. You're going to put the answer in the chat. They gave us the area as 38.5 centimeters squared. They told us pi is equal to 22 over 7. I want the answer, please. Determine the radius. Use your formula. Put your answers in the chat. Put your answer in the chat. Go ahead, people. Solve. So it's 60 to the 8.5. Put your answers in the chat. Put your answers in the chat. Nice. Kiara, correct. Keshawn, correct. Theodora, correct. Kyla, no. No, Kyla, try it again. Once I tell you no, you have to do it over. Naomi, Joseph, correct. Jalia, correct. Antonio, correct. Jeremiah, no. Jeremiah forgot something. Garcia, correct. Jada, no. So, Mikhail, we are finding for R. We already know the formula. R is equal to the square root of A divided by pi. They gave us what A is, 34.5. What pi is 22/7. So I want to know what the radius is. Very easy. Very easy.
What the radius is or what the reason is for the radius?
Or what the value for the radius. So
Okay.
it means that you have to work out the square root of A over pi. Yeah? I don't know if I explained that well. Jeremiah, yes, Jeremiah, that's correct. Sienna, very good, correct, Sienna. Yediah, yes, correct. Jacob, no, Jacob, try again. Tyrese, no, Tyrese, try again. Ezekiel, no, Ezekiel, try again. Kevon, that's correct. Kevon, you're correct, but you're sending the answer to me privately. Jada, no, Jada. Nah, man, Jada. Nah, man, nah. Ezekiel, very close, but no. Tyrese, no, Tyrese. Tyrese, what mistake you making so? And I'm going to help you all by writing out what you're supposed to be doing. So our watch on the board is equal to the square root. A is 38.5 divided by 22/7. 38.5 divided by 22/7. I have something to say about this. All right? Because I know even though some students are giving me the answer, they may not have been working it out how I want it. Very important. All right. Mikkel. Yes, Mikkel, that's correct. Jacob, did you send back your answer? Ezekiel, no, Ezekiel. Ezekiel, put the thing there, the square root of 38.5 divided by 22/7. Now, people, you have to listen to exactly what I say. It will help you greatly. I'm seeing that we have a lot of students who are not here today. I'm only seeing 26 persons. All right? I'm only seeing 26 thereabout. Jada, no, Jada, you're halfway finished. That's not the answer. You're halfway finished. Jedidiah, no, Jedidiah, no. I want to show you all something that I know that you all are making a mistake. I want everybody to pay attention now. If your aunt calling you, stop what you're doing. If your mommy calling you, tell her, wait, so going and show something real important, he says. Jada, let me see what Jada has. Jada, you're halfway through. No, you're right, but the same thing, Jada. Right, so now I wanna say something, right? That I know people would not have looked at. Now, I just want to look at 38.5 Kevon divided by 22/7. 38.5 divided by 22/7. What do I do with the division sign? Somebody. What do
So
I do?
you change the division sign to multiplication and flip.
I change the division sign to multiplication and
flip.
so it will now be what?
7/22.
Thank you. 7/22. Everybody hear that?
Yes, sir.
Right. So what you have to do on your calculator is to work out 38.5 multiplied by 7 and get an answer. And then you divide by 22. That will give you, Jada, 12.25. But that's not the answer, because you did not work yet the square root of 12.25. Jada? Jada, are you hearing me? Jada? But wait. Jada, are you hearing me? Jada got knocked out? Yeah, I'm calling you because you stopped at 12.25. And I'm saying that you had to work out. Yes, Stacey, I'm now saying the chat. Yes, Stacey, you had to flip the 22. So people remember this. It's very important. So that you had stopped at that, Jada, and that's why I have to call you. Ezekiel, yes. Yes, Ezekiel, that's correct. Jacob, yes. So the square root of 12.25 is 3.5, people. That's what I'm looking for. So the answer R is equal to 3.5 centimeters. Anybody lost? Anybody lost? Everybody's okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we want to spend the rest of the evening, it's 5:30, looking at the fraction of a circle, which is an arc. So let's talk about that. So I'm going to go to the whiteboard now. I'm going to go to the whiteboard. I like the blackboard, but it so happened that I have to use the whiteboard. Oops. Yes. All right, so here we go. Now, listen up carefully. I'm going to start. This is very important, people. If you're not hearing me, ask me to repeat, please. If you're not hearing me, ask me to repeat. I want to talk about circumference. Then we're going to move to length of an arc. All right, I'm going to move from what Julia, what did I say? I'm moving from
Circumference to the length of an arc.
thank you. I'm moving from circumference to length of an arc. Now, this is not rocket science. Maths builds on simple thing. So here I have a circle. Here I have a circle. And I'm going to use another color to talk about that same circle. Now, we did say that the distance around the circle is my circumference. So I'm just going to put circumference. because that's the distance around. Now, the formula for circumference is 2 pi r. But listen carefully, people, don't lose me. I am at the center of my circle. This is my center. Don't lose me. Don't lose me at all. That's the center of my circle. And I'm going to draw a radius. I'm going to draw another radius. So pieces, and it cuts my entire circumference into what we call an arc. So I'm going to write the word arc. So let's call this X, and let's call this Y. So this arc here is called my minor arc. And this arc here, curve on, where you think you will call this big part. If the smaller arc curve on is called my minor arc, what will the big arc be called? Major arc. Major arc. It's that simple, people. It's really common sense. Maths is more common sense. But what happened, nobody taught you the language of math. So it seems hard because people didn't understand the basics. If you can't understand the basics, then math seems hard. So listen carefully. We have circumference. What, and here's a question. I am going to call somebody randomly again. Kylon, how many degrees, Kylon, in an entire circle? Kylon.
So 360.
360, you are right. 360 degrees in an entire circle. But listen carefully, Kylon. If I have 2 radii, then this angle that is produced, we call it theta. It is a fraction of 360. What did I just say? The angle is a
fraction of 360.
Right. Is this my fraction here, people?
No, sir.
Yes, it is. It's a fraction of 360 degrees. Because remember, the entire circle is 360 degrees. So theta, if the whole thing is 360, then part, if I call part theta, then part is really theta divided by 360. A part of. So let me give an example. If I am 6 feet and my son is 2 feet, then my son is 2 over 6, or 20 to 1, a third of my height. He's a third of my height. Because I'm 6 feet, 6. But he's 2 feet. So it's 2 over 6, 22, 1, 26, 3. That's a third. So my son is a third of. Our entire circle is 360 degrees. And we found part of the circle. That's now, hold on. Right, good. Battery. Right. So people, a fraction of the circle is what? What did I mean? Tyrese, a fraction of the circle is what? Tyrese. Tyrese. Yedaya. What did I say a fraction of the circle would be? Yedaya.
Sir, repeat what you said, please.
What did I say a fraction of the circle would be? An entire circle. The angle, with respect to the angle, a fraction of the circle would be theta over
360.
theta over 360. Okay, Vion? Vion. No, you have to speak through the mic. You have to try and speak through the mic. Kyla, you okay with what I just said? Kiara?
Yes, sir.
Kiara, are you there? Kiara?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay. Now, listen up, everybody. To find the length of an arc, we are using the length of an arc, which is a fraction. If I want to find this arc here, I want to find this distance here. Right? The length of an arc would be 2 pi r multiplied by theta over 360. Now, I was dealing with length, which is 2 pi r. But because I'm looking at only the arc, people, because I'm looking at only the arc, then that's a fraction of the whole. The whole is 360. A fraction of the whole would be theta over 360. So I want you all to write that. Notice how I derive the formula. So circumference, 2 pi r, length of an arc, 2 pi r, times theta over 360. Everybody okay with that?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
we
sir.
move from circumference to length of an arc. What did we move from?
Circumference to length of an
Length.
That's right. So we have to use the same formula for circumference, which is 2 pi r, to find the length of an arc. The length of an arc is just the distance around this arc. That's all I'm finding for this distance here. Right? Or it's called a minor arc. Now, if I was going to find a major arc, then I would have found the angle outside here. All right, so good. So what I want to do now, I want to give you a question on length of arc, and then I'm going to show you area of an arc. All right, so let's go back. All right, so we're looking at question 7. We're looking at question 7, part A. I'll go back to teach you part B. So here we have a fraction of a circle. So allow me to draw an entire circle instead, just for clarity. Allow me to draw an entire circle only for clarity. And in this circle, right, that's my radius. Oh, let me draw this differently. Take this off. I want to draw it exactly how they have it here. All right. So first question. Mikhail, how much is the radius in question 7?
Yeah, I've got
How much? Watch the question there. How much is the radius?
14 centimeters.
Question 7? No.
No, yeah.
Question 7.
Question 7.
Calculate the perimeter of the following shape. Look, question 7 is here. So we're going to calculate the perimeter. So the question is, what is the radius?
Okay.
They tell us what to use pi as, 3.14. So I'm asking you, what is the radius? Watch the diagram carefully. Michael.
Mr. Just not figuring it out.
Yeah, take your time.
Right, so the radius for number 7 would be
Anybody want to help him?
So 6 centimeters.
6.
You all agree with that? Somebody said 6. Deshaun, is that correct? Deshaun.
I can't say 6 if it's up. All right.
Theodora, what do you think about that answer? That the radius seemed to be 6. Theodora.
It's a good thing,
Huh?
right? One thing, it's a part of the circle, not the full thing. So you can't say if it's 6 centimeters or
Yeah, but notice they gave you a radius. O represents the center of the circle.
the 120.
The O, this O
Yeah.
represents the center of the circle. For maths, that O represents the center.
Right.
So from the center to any point on the circumference is called the.
So then, yeah, the radius would be 6.
So the radius is.
6.
Everybody agree with that? That could
Yes,
be
sir.
wrong.
Yes, sir.
Where is Jenny? Jenny, you agree with them? I'm going with what Jenny
No,
say.
sir.
What you say, Jenny?
Oh, no, sir.
You're saying that what is the radius?
120 degrees.
Nah, that is the angle.
Oh,
The angle is 100. That between the two radius or the radii, you have 120 degrees. That is the angle that is formed. Remember, Jenny, in an entire circle, how big is an entire circle? How many degrees?
360.
360. So that 120 is a fraction of the whole or the total amount. Right? It's a fraction of the total amount curved on. So, Naomi, you are going that 6 is the radius? I'm going with whatever Naomi say. Naomi Joseph.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
You're saying that unsure, boy. People, yes. 6 is the radius. 6 is the radius. So this is 6 centimeters. Now, if that is 6 centimeters, here the next question that I have from here to there is 6 centimeters, right? Here my next question. All right? If that is 6, therefore, is there another 6 anywhere? And that question goes, well, I don't know if they're shown here. They're showing you here? Antonio getting real good in maths. Antonio, is there another 6 anywhere? Or is there only one radius in the question?
No, so it has two.
It have what?
Two radius.
Where? Where the other one is?
Next to the 120, sir.
Well, the 120 on the inside are 120 degrees. So the next 6 centimeters is here, people. Everybody okay with that? He's right.
Yes, sir.
So this is the next 6 centimeters. So this is another radii. So radii plus radii. So all I need to find now is this distance here. The length of the arc. That's what I need to find. I need to find the length of the arc. From this point to this point. So they want the perimeter. Now this shape, it's like a pizza. Anybody know what this pizza shape is called? Kevin. Kevin is into foods. Kevin, tell us that pizza shape. What do we call it?
Slice.
It's called?
A slice. Sure.
It's called a slice, yes. But I want another word. In maths, we call it a sector. What do we call it, people?
Sector.
A sector. The pizza shape, he called it a slice, and that is good. It's called so I need to find the length of the arc. What is the formula, Jasiah, for length of arc again? Jasiah, what's the formula for length of arc?
Pizza.
Huh?
Pizza.
What is the formula for length of arc?
So I can answer it.
Yeah, go ahead, Michael.
0 divided by 360 times 2 pi r.
No, I want the general formula.
What the
I can
general
answer.
Huh?
So I can answer.
Go ahead.
So it's 2 pi r multiplied by
2, right? Go slow. 2 multiplied by pi,
multiplied
multiplied by r, multiplied by.
theta over 360.
That is what I want, Michael.
Oh, theta. Oh. All
Did
right.
they tell us for question 7 what pi is?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What is it? What is pi?
3.14.
3.14.
3.14. Did they tell us, Antonio, what is radius? From the drawing, how much is the radius?
6, sir.
6, correct. So it's 2 times pi times radius. What will be theta equal to?
120.
Very good. 120. All right, go ahead, people. Work it out and put your answers in the chat. When you're sending it to teacher, capital T, privately. So everybody wouldn't see your answer, only me. So here, what you're going to do first, people, work out 120 divided by 360. That's a third, or 0.333 recurrent. Work that out first. Then you multiply it by everything else. All right, that's how you're going to use your calculator. So I'm showing you how to use your calculator. You're going to work out the fraction, or you could even work out 12 divided by 36 because the zeros will cancel.
Sorry, sir.
Listening?
We working on 360 divided by 120 first, right?
No, you mean 120 divided by 360?
Oh, the
Yes.
other way around. Okay, thanks.
Yes. All right, so some people have the answer already. That's interesting. No, I want the whole thing, Mikkel. 2 times 3.14 times 6 times 120 over 360. So take your time, give me the answer.
Okay, sir.
Where's Jedidiah? Is she still here? Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, so let me look at your answers now. I'm only seeing 22 people here. I really do appreciate people leaving the class and not returning. All right, so yes, Mikkel, that's correct. Jacob, no, Jacob, try that again. I need another answer from you, Jacob, since that one is not right. Jedidiah, yes, but Tyrese, yes. Jedidiah, your answer is not, your decimal place is not correct. So you need to check that over. Tyrese, correct. Sienna, correct. Jeremiah, correct. Garcia, correct. Antonio, correct. Jalea, correct. Naomi, correct. Theodora, correct. Kishon, correct. Well done, Kishon. Kiara, correct. Stacia, no Stacia. Check that. Kervon, I'm not sure if he's using a calculator, if it's scientific. You have the whole number part correct, but not the decimal part. Check that over, Kervon. But yes, the whole number part is correct, Kervon. Udiah, correct. All right, people. I'm going to put the answer. I have one more thing to show you as we close off this evening. Ezekiel, correct? I have one more thing to show you.
I get the calculator
Janae,
somewhere.
correct. Yes, Kevon.
Not using a scientific, I get in one
Yeah,
somewhere.
you need a scientific, so you need to get one. That is why you're getting it, your decimal place a little off. So you have to get one and you have to start working with it so you get accustomed to it. Vion, I didn't see an answer from you. Kylon, did I see an answer from you? Kylon and Vion, I didn't see any work from you. Deshaun is gone, Deandra is gone, but I wasn't seeing any work from them. Kylon, are you there? Vion. Vion, please send your answer. Kylon. Jenny, correct. Jada, correct. All right, so when you work this out, you are supposed to get 12.56 on a very good calculator. All right, since we're finding length is centimeters, or if they ask for 1 decimal place, it will be 12.6 centimeter.
Excuse me, sir.
Listening?
On my calculator, it showed as 12.43 for me, so I don't know what I did wrong.
What kind of calculator you have?
A Casio.
Well, what happened, you probably preset your calculator to, I don't know why it's given 4.3. Oh,
I got 4.344 as
here
well.
we're going to do for me. Just now, curve one. Jedidia, work this out for me. Clear your calculator and do exactly what I tell you.
Okay, sir.
120 divided by 360 equal. You have that?
Yes, sir.
Multiply by 6.
Oh.
You multiply by 6?
Yes, sir.
Multiply by 2. Multiply by 3.14. Now equal. How much you getting?
Oh, yes, sir. I get 12.56.
Of course. So curve on. The adding machine that you're using, that's what I told you all. I said do this, the fraction first. So curve on, you're working 120 divided by 360 first. You're doing that? And press equal.
Yeah, got the 12.56.
Oh, okay, great. All right, we need to finish up the class. So we have the last thing to do, which is very easy. So people bear with me. Going back to the whiteboard. So we move from circumference to length of an arc. The class is recorded, so you could always go back and check on this thing, people. Now, we are going to move from area. This is the last part for the evening. We're going to move from area of a circle to area of a sector. So we are moving from what, Kiara? Kiara,
Sir,
what are we moving from?
area of the area of a sector.
Right, so we're moving from area of a circle to area of a sector. So let's say this is my circle. The area would be the what is enclosed in the circle. And I am moving now to the same area, same circle. Oh, no, trust me. But this time, I am going to include from the center, I'm going to put a radius. And another radius. So this portion of my circle called right. So this portion of my circle is called the sector. So that yellow part, didn't draw that well, but you all seen it fairly okay. It's called my sector. So that's my sector. Let me just use heavier lines. Oops. So that's my sector. That's my pie or my slice. All right. So we're going to call it, because CXC is going to give it a name. So I'm going to call it A-O, which is the center, Michael, B. AOB. Sometimes they name the top C so that the student could actually see it's a sector. Now, my question to Jacob, what is the area of a circle, Jacob? What is the formula for area of a circle, Jacob? Jacob, what's the formula for area of a circle? Jacob.
So can I do it?
What is the formula, Theodora, for area of a circle?
Pi r squared.
Pi r squared. But if you notice, this shaded portion is a fraction of the entire circle. The shaded portion is a fraction of the entire circle. So this fraction of the entire circle is, again, theta over 360. So area of a sector is equal to, listen, pi r squared multiplied by theta over 360. People, notice I'm using the same pi r squared in area of a sector. Anybody lost? Anybody
No, sir.
lost? So you have to learn this. You have to know area of a circle, pi r squared, and area of a sector, pi r squared multiplied by theta over 360. It is very similar to circumference and length of an arc. Circumference of a circle is 2 pi r, length of an arc is 2 pi r multiplied by theta over 360. Okay, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. So can I stop here and give you homework now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. So I will send the homework